Simplifying major laws in 5 minutes. Felonies and misdemeanors are the two main categories of crime. A misdemeanor is a minor offense, things like shoplifting, public intoxication, or vandalism. The punishment is usually a fine, probation, or less than a year in jail. On the other hand, a felony is serious business: murder, rape, armed robbery. These crimes typically come with over a year in prison and long-term consequences, like losing the right to vote or own a firearm. When it comes to violence, you'll often hear the terms assault and battery. Assault is the threat. It's making someone believe you're about to harm them. You don't even have to touch them. If you raise your fist and say, "I'm gonna hit you," that's assault. Battery is when the threat turns into action, actual physical contact, whether it's a punch, a slap, or anything harmful. In many places, these two are combined into one charge: assault and battery. Now let's talk about crimes involving property. Theft is taking something that isn't yours. Pretty straightforward. If you steal a phone, that's theft. But if you steal it by threatening someone or using force, that's robbery. Add a weapon into the mix, and it becomes armed robbery, which carries much harsher penalties, even if the weapon is never used. Just having it on you qualifies. Then there's burglary, which is often misunderstood. You don't have to steal anything to be charged with burglary. All it takes is entering a building illegally with the intent to commit a crime inside, whether it's theft, assault, or something else entirely. Breaking into a house just to vandalize it? That's burglary. When it comes to killing someone, things get even more layered. Murder is the intentional, unlawful killing of another person, but it's broken down into degrees. First-degree murder is premeditated. You planned it out. It's the most serious and often comes with life in prison or even the death penalty, depending on the jurisdiction. Second-degree murder is intentional but not pre-planned, like killing someone in the heat of the moment during an argument. Then there's third-degree murder, which exists in some places and usually involves a killing that wasn't intended but happened through reckless behavior, like firing a gun into a crowd without aiming at anyone in particular. Manslaughter is also a form of homicide, but with less intent. Voluntary manslaughter happens when someone's killed in the heat of passion, like during a sudden fight. Involuntary manslaughter is when someone dies because of negligence or reckless behavior, like drunk driving. You didn't mean to kill someone, but you did. Drug offenses vary depending on the type and amount of substance. If you're caught with a small amount, it's usually possession. But if you've got a large quantity or packaging materials, prosecutors might charge you with possession with intent to distribute. Trafficking is moving or selling drugs, often across state or national borders, and it can come with extremely long sentences, especially if minors are involved or weapons are found during arrest. Then there's fraud, which is any act of deception intended for personal gain. That includes things like faking insurance claims, forging checks, or lying on loan applications. A close cousin is identity theft, where someone uses another person's personal information, like their name, credit card, or social security number, to commit fraud. Both of these can land you in federal prison, especially if large sums of money or interstate networks are involved. Laws may vary slightly by state or country, but the core principles stay the same. If you know the basics, like what counts as intent, what defines physical harm, and how force changes the game, you can understand most major criminal laws without needing a law degree.